Good evening and welcome to Week 13 of Football Friday Night. I'm Dave Siseski. He's still in Tyson.
Whoa.
Tony Quach is on the road covering state volleyball and soccer. Dylan, this is the final Football Friday Night of the year.
Dave, brings a tear to my eye to hear those words. But you know, we'll be covering these teams all the way to the regional championships and beyond, starting tonight with Lima Central Catholic, who looks to qualify for their 4th straight regional championship game.
Well, it's a rematch of last year's regional semifinal between LCC and Macomb. The T-Birds won that game 30-26, with the Panther squad soaring, fresh off a 57-0 win. After an opening onside kick recovery, Chase Woodruff with the 1-yard touchdown, 7-0 Panthers early. Second quarter, Panthers up 14-0 when the defense this time with a big play as Braxton Althauser with the pick six to the house. Macomb with a right hook on the T-Birds up 21-0. Next drive for LCC after a 4th down conversion, Parker finds Matthew Quatman, who takes the hit but holds onto the ball for a 9-yard touchdown, 21-7. However, the Panthers would answer as Althauser gets the carry, hits the Jets down the sidelines, and no one was catching him as he'll go all the way for the score, 28-7. Same score, 1st and goal for LCC, and Parker rolls to his right. He'll find Mylan Collins for the touchdown connection here. However, Macomb wins 45-13, ending LCC season. Patrick Henry taking on the undefeated Hopewell Loudon Chieftains, who are outscoring their opponents 479-129. 1st and goal on the 5, QB Lincoln Krieger hands it off to Houston Miranda for the easy score. Patriots lead 6-0 after the failed 2-point try. Very next play, Patrick Henry kicking it off, and Hopewell Loudon has trouble fielding the ball. It's Jaden Rudder who recovers it for the Patriots as they take over. 4th and goal now on the 5. Krieger hands it off to Miranda, who hands it off to Landon Johnson, who goes the other way to Johnson, then passes to the original quarterback for the touchdown there. Patrick Henry wins 26-14, and the Patriots will face Macomb in the regional final next Friday night.
Over to Region 28 for our other Division 7 semifinals. Minster rides in tonight 10-2. That's their best record since 2019 when they last beat Marion Local, a team that's now on their longest ever win streak at 44 games. Flyers defense forces a 3-and-out on the opening drive, and they chew up some clock on offense until quarterback Justin Knopf from the Wildcat 30-yard line fires over the middle to Andrew Pullman. 26-yard pickup sets up Ethan Heitkamp on the very next play to barrel his way into the end zone. Crossing the plane, Flyers lead 7-0 late in the 1st. Into the 2nd quarter goes Minster's next possession. After 17 plays and 84 yards, James Niemeyer pump fakes and sails it to the corner of the end zone, where he finds Noah Schwederman for the score. Wildcats tie this game at 7. But after a couple defensive stands, Marion Local answers. Their defense gives them good field position, and Heitkamp punches it in again. Flyers lead 14-7 heading into halftime, and they make it 45 straight wins, moving on 28-7 to take on Ansonia. Flyers have a chance at another MAC rematch if St. Henry could have continued their winning ways against undefeated Tigers. After starting 2-7, the Redskins are winners of 3 straight and are the only team statewide seeded 14 or lower that played tonight. Jumping to the 2nd half. Now, Redskins down 12-0. Jack Hulsman drops back and airs it out. 50 yards to Hayden Beckman for a Redskin touchdown. They're back in business, trailing by 5, 12-7. 4th quarter now, 51 seconds left. Redskins down by 2 scores. Hulsman rolls out to his right and finds Griffin Ontrop with the clutch sliding grab for 6, keeping the Redskins' hopes alive. However, it was not enough, as a failed onside kick try ends the Redskins' comeback, falling 20-13 to Ansonia. That's all from Division 7, but in Division 6, 2 NWC rivals can set up a championship rematch with wins tonight, plus more action for Anna and Coldwater when Football Friday Night returns.
Welcome back. The Columbus Grove Bulldogs coming into tonight on quite the run. After losing 2 of their first 3 games, the Dogs have rattled off 9 wins in a row. Tonight, they square off with a Cary Blue Devils squad with a similar script to their season as they started the campaign 0-2, only to go on a 10-game win streak. 2 squads with similar storylines meet in Fostoria. These teams last clashed back in 2018 in the opening round of the playoffs, with CG getting the 21-7 victory. 1st quarter, Landon Best hands the ball off to Trenton Barraza, who runs it 33 yards for a Bulldog touchdown. Columbus Grove leads early 7-0. Wildcat formation now as Trenton Barraza takes the snap himself 5 yards in for the score. Lead extended to 14-0. Now in the 2nd quarter, with CG up 14-7 when Barraza takes the carry and hits the sidelines on a mission as he avoids defender after defender, weaving in and out of traffic for a 37-yard touchdown, a thing of beauty. Dogs barking up 21-7 with the sidelines hyped, moving ahead. Carry goes deep down the field, but it's going to get picked off by CG's Trevin Baxter. CG wins 37-21. They move on to face the winner of our next game. The Bluffton Pirates in the midst of a historical season. In fact, it's the first time they've been alive in Week 13 this century. Student section was showing the love. No score first quarter, second and 14 on the 49 with Landon Worcester. Breaks through the line and cuts through the heart of the defense for the 51-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Pirates. And later in the half, Worcester once again. This time he absorbs contact and somehow, some way stays on his feet. Determination finds his way into the end zone once again. Bluffton wins 34-0, setting up a rematch of the NWC title game with CG next Friday.
Let's keep the Division 6 highlights rolling now in Region 24. Anna, yet another MAC team that's still fighting on. Their 7-5 record is the best since their 2019 state title run, looking to win their 5th straight tonight against the Tri-Village Patriots. But after leading 22-3, the Rockets trailed 22-23 in the third. But junior Zach Osborne won't let that fly. Instead, he takes off for a 54-yard rush that ends in the paint. Anna reclaims the lead 30-23 after a 2-point conversion. But the Rockets aren't satisfied because that's an onside kick, guys. Ball gets away from the Patriots' hands team, and Anna winds up at the bottom. Just what you need for a 9-play, 41-yard drive that's capped off by another Osborne TD. Dave, that's his 4th of the night to put the Rockets up 37-23. Now, Tri-Village responds with a touchdown of their own, but on the very next offensive snap for Team Rockets, Osborne is blasting off again, this time for 63 yards. Dragged down inside the 5, and he punches it in 2 plays later. Touchdown number 5. Anna goes up 44-29, and they win a shootout, 56-51. Well, there's just one local team we couldn't quite get to tonight. The Versailles Tigers hit the road to Xenia for a battle with Cincy Country Day, and the Tigers dominated 55-13, setting up the regional championship against Anna next Friday.
Well, the only Division 5 game on our slate features Coldwater in their first ever matchup with Edison. These unfamiliar foes meet after the Cavs moved back to D5 last season. They haven't won a D5 semifinal game since 2016, Dylan. First quarter, Balin Blockberger goes to the air where he finds A.J. Harlemert for the touchdown connection. Cavs take the 7-0 lead. Same score, late first quarter when Blockberger with the short pass, this time to Braylon Harlemert, who makes the first man miss, and that spelled trouble for the defense because he was shifty down the sidelines all the way in for another touchdown, 14-0 Cavs. Now 14-7 late first half when Blockberger goes to the air once more and he finds a streaking A.J. Harlemert down the sidelines for a big play. And that's a first down, and that sets up Jack Ebing, a touchdown to seal the deal. Coldwater wins 42-7. They'll play Liberty Center next Friday night in the regional finals. Well, we're set for our final break on Football Friday night. When we return, we wrap things up with Division III highlights to cap the night. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Last year, Wapakoneta had won 11 straight games heading into the regional semifinal matchup with an undefeated Baden before coming up just 1 touchdown short. So flash forward to tonight, the Redskins on a 10-game streak and again in Week 13 find themselves matched up with the unbeaten Rams. Well, that's why this is our Football Friday Night Spotlight Game.
The Football Friday Night Spotlight Game is brought to you by D&D Trucking.
Wapak's 10-game win streak has drawn eyes from around the state because in that time, they're averaging 39.4 points per game and allowing less than 6. But will it be enough to stop the second-ranked team statewide in D3? Scoreless second quarter, but Baden's threatening on offense. Rams drop back to pass, but Joey Truesdale swallows him up for a crucial sack. Puts a halt on that drive, but later in the quarter, they're at it again. Pass fired over the middle, but it's tipped and picked off by Ryard Richardson. And Dave, can you call that a one-handed catch? That left arm cast is menacing, man. Well, as the half winds down, Wapak finally cracks the scoreboard. Renice Schnarri plows ahead to make it 7-0. And in the second half, check this out, Dave. Senior Kyle Beach drills a 50-yard field goal. That's NFL level. Wapak leads 10-0 late, but heartbreak for the Redskins as Baden scores twice in the final 3 minutes to knock off Wapak 14-10 for the second straight season.
That's a tough one. The Bulldogs hitting the road, traveling to Sydney to face Tippecanoe after winning a shootout against Trotwood Madison 41-35 in order to continue their postseason run. They set their sights on the Red Devils. Opening quarter, Bulldogs handling business on the defensive side early on as Dalton Shilcoat gets a sack for the loss of 4 yards on the play. Bulldogs on the hunt. Still in the first and goal, quarterback Braylon Gabus keeps it himself as he maneuvers 18 yards for the touchdown. Salina up 7-0. Jumping into the second quarter, now Bulldogs up 14-6. Gabus calls his own number, again breaking tackles and following his blocks all the way into the end zone. Bulldogs extend their lead 26 and will go on to wrap this one up 27-13. They'll go on to advance to play Baden in the next round.
And we wrap up our highlights tonight in Region 11. Bellefontain's 2022 season was ended by Granville in last year's opening round. Tonight, the Chieftains get a long-awaited rematch led by Ohio State commit quarterback Tavian St. Clair. Early second quarter, Chieftains trail 15-14. Lots of points in this one, and they're adding to it. Chris Fogan from 33 yards out. Chieftains go up 21-15. Granville on the move and trying to answer. This is a 3rd and 1, but the ball pops loose and Bellefontain's on it. St. Clair might be the last guy in the state you want to give the ball back to. Here he is going to work. Bellefontaine never lets go of the lead. They win 29-21.
Well, Dylan, that's how we wrap up our football coverage, but it's not all about football this week.
That's right. We had some showdowns on the big stage tonight. We're talking about state. Our Tony Quach brings us action from the volleyball courts and the soccer field.
Good evening, everyone. We had a pair of state tournament games in Dayton and Columbus. But we'll start things off with the Division III State Championship Showdown featuring the OG Lady Titans. It all comes down to one final game. The Lady Titans battle Cincinnati Country Day for the D3 state title. In the first half, the Nighthawks attempt the corner kick, but Carson Erfer scouts it perfectly and pounces on the ball. The game remains scoreless. But with 21 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first half, CCD strikes first, Megan Zimmerman with the header, and OG is now forced to play from behind. They trail 1-0. Let's jump ahead to the second half. Nighthawks looking for more, but it's Erfer once again with the stop. OG still trails by 1. In the closing moments of the game, Mackenzie Records' kick finds Micah Aldrich, but CCD's keeper stops their momentum. Unfortunately for the Lady Titans, they drop this game 1-0 and finished as the 2023 Division III state runner-up.
Just wanted this one for our senior class so bad, but I just can't say enough good things about what our team has done. It's a senior class who has without a doubt raised the bar. Right, and then they wanted to win this one, but by golly, they left it all out there, right? Not a single bit more can I ask from them. Just an incredible team, right? I think they're great soccer players, but they're better people off the field, right? They've had incredible success on the field, and they will, without a doubt, be more successful in what's to come, right? So, a really hard-fought game out there. I can't say enough about what this senior class means to me and what this senior class means to our program. Brought us to new heights, right? You know, we've got 3 consecutive state title bursts, and you don't get that with luck, right? You get that because these kids work hard. They work so dang hard, right? And they deserve all the credit that they've gotten to this point, right? Wish we could have got this win for them, right? Wanted to send them out on a high, but by golly, I'm just so proud of them.
Despite the 1-0 loss, this year's Ottawa-Glandorf girls soccer program has nothing to be ashamed of. 3 straight state appearances, all culminating in 3 consecutive state runner-up finishes. A 22-2 record and back-to-back WBL championships. Just like the lights here at the Crew Stadium, the future is bright for the Ottawa-Glandorf girls soccer program. And now we'll head over to Dayton for some state volleyball action. At the Nutter Center, we got Division IV state semifinal action. Defending state champions New Bremen takes on Shenandoah. The Lady Cardinals look to return to the state title game for the 6th time in 7 years. First set, New Bremen comes out hot. Melina Schrader, Tava Trentman, no one is returning that. Lady Cardinals lead by 2. Now Schrader setting up for Olivia Heitkamp, and the University of Toledo commit shows no mercy on that kill. New Bremen still leads by 2. A few volleys later, Schrader sends it over to Olivia Dammeier, and the senior tacks on another tally for her team. Lady Cardinals now lead by 3, and they keep adding more. Heitkamp strikes it down with authority. She makes this a 4-point lead for New Bremen. Moments later, Dammeier splits the opposition and connects on the hardwood. New Bremen's lead grows to 5. Now it's Heitkamp serving, and how about an ace from the senior? New Bremen dominates against Shenandoah. They win 3-1, and they will play Calvert in the state title game back at the Nutter Center at 5 p.m. And that's how we wrap up our Friday state coverage. Reporting from the historic Crew Stadium, Tony Quach, your News Now Sports.
Thanks, Tony. And that's how we wrap up our Week 13 of Football Friday night. Dylan, we're down to 10 teams now.
Really just the best of the best still fighting on for next week's regional championship games. Area teams are represented in 7 different regions. Those games will be a part of our continuing football coverage on Your News Now Sports.
And as always, we want to thank everybody that watches the show and helps us get this show on each and every single week.
And be sure to tune back in tomorrow. Tony will be back in Dayton for the New Bremen State Championship, and I'll be here at the desk providing you coverage of Ohio State football and so much more. Until then, thanks for tuning in.
Have a great night.